Okay. I am Stephanie Bacher. I am the co-chair of the Greater Cincinnati Earth Coalition. And this year for our Earth Day event, we are going virtual again. So I have my new friend, Adria Hall, here with us. And she is the owner and chief planet lover of Koko, which, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, is a newer shop that is located in downtown Cincinnati, and it's a zero waste store. You Can you tell us a little bit about the name Koko and how new is the store?
Absolutely. So we opened in Cincinnati on February 7th. So it is relatively new, just a couple months in there. We have other locations in Columbus, Ohio, Lexington, Kentucky, and Louisville, Kentucky. And Cincinnati is our latest baby, as I like to
Awesome.
say. So really fresh there. The name Koko is a play on a Finnish word, Koko, which means it can mean a few different things, but full or to fill. And since the refillery is kind of the heart of what we do at Koko, it seemed like a really good fit. It was one of those things where uh, I came across the term and I'm like, I love that. And we were concepting the brand. And so I started on all of our things calling it Project Coco, with the intention always to change it or, get another name. But it just stuck. It's kind of like when you name a baby and you're like,
Yeah,
oh, well, I think this is the name.
this is
So
perfect. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I love kind of what it represents. I love that it's a nod to what feels like the heartbeat of the store, the refillery. So if you're not familiar with what a refillery is, it's an opportunity for customers to fill and refill toiletries and cleaning supplies over and over again from a bulk supply from us. So the whole purpose around it really being to eliminate or reduce single-use plastic waste. So I always kind of choose a grocery store and pick on them and then pick on a laundry detergent maker. But imagine you're going into Target and you're buying a bottle of Tide to do your laundry. You bring it home, you do your laundry. The next time you need it, you have to buy that same bottle of Tide again, and figure out what to do with that big plastic jug. You do the, is this recyclable? Will my municipality take it? What number is the recycling? And then sometimes, you don't recycle it and you throw it away, and that's a new bottle that's created every time. And we know plastic, just like everything else, is supply and demand. So the motivation behind Coco is allowing people to just get the ingredients, just get the good stuff inside, and they can either choose from our bottle bar, but you can also bring your own container. So we have some people that bring their Tide containers to refill.
Oh,
Yeah, to refill
that's
laundry.
good reuse, I guess.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm grateful to hear that information. I didn't realize that the refill station or the filling station was the central piece. So I have been to your store in Cincinnati, and that was the star of the show, shall we say. The staff was very helpful and um, gave me a tour in person. You have provided an in-store tour video as well, which we'll put on social media to share with folks. But yeah, that concept of refilling things, I think some locations in our area have tried it, specifically with bulk food items, but it
Mhm.
doesn't take off. And there's not. I think the problem is that there's no central way to sanitize a container that someone brings from their home. So this is not food related, so it's a little different, but you're also offering containers if someone wants to get started right then and there, or to bring your own is just super cool. It's
Yeah, it's all about finding ways to reuse. We know that recycling is not the end all be all. It's not going to be the solution. It so far has not proven to be the solution. And so you got to think about all the other different R's, right? So repairing, reusing, for us, refilling,
yeah, that's a great R.
getting getting people opportunities to use things that they have. I mean, sometimes we've had people come like bring ketchup bottles in and they're like, I love getting my shampoo in here. And, they've cleaned it, they've sanitized it. What a good use.
Listen, if it doesn't have a hole in it, I guess it's fine, right?
Yeah. So it's been really cool to see people figuring out how to get creative about that reuse, and of course we love it.
Maybe an aspect that you didn't expect to learn through this process, but that's a good perk.
Yeah, bring me all your syrup bottles and your ketchup.
Awesome. Adria, we may have already answered this question here, but regarding the previous year that we've all been through, which is being at home and really enjoying ourselves, and was wondering if you have noticed either by sales of a certain product, maybe major increases in the refill station usage, or conversations that you're having in the store with customers about any kind of low waste or zero waste changes that folks have made throughout their stay-at-home year.
Yeah, I actually was just telling someone earlier this afternoon, the interesting thing, obviously it's been very difficult to be a business owner and to be in retail, specifically during the pandemic, but also it's been an interesting time to be focused on sustainability specifically, because I think throughout this time and just due to sort of world events and what's happening in our country, and all of this combination of this really weird year, it has seemingly forced people to spend time examining what's in their homes, what their routines are, what are the products they use, having more time to build trust and relationships with brands. And we see that, right? That people are more interested in sustainability, which is exciting to us. And I think the other piece of it is there have been a lot of uncontrollables this year.
Yep.
A lot of things that we could do nothing about, but this is one thing that people can control. And we see that, we hear that from our customers. They feel like there's a lot we can't do anything about, but I can switch from my plastic dish brush to my wood dish brush and feel really good about it and understand where it came from, and have a good relationship with the brand who sold it to me, knowing that they've already done the research on the front end. So yeah, I think just in general there's an increased interest. But in terms of kind of what people are focused on more in the pandemic, I would say, cleaning up your own self-care routines, whatever that looks like, is a big thing, because I think
a lot of influence on self-care.
yes.
Yeah.
And then the way that we prepare and store food, I think it has been a big theme that we have seen. So, people are probably cooking more. If you're getting takeout more, you're having store leftovers. So things like our stasher bags, which are reusable silicone bag, have been big. We actually just partnered with a local Cincinnati company, Responsible Products. They make compostable Ziploc bags, and they're actually coming out with cling wrap too, which is very exciting to us. So if you're not ready to dive full tilt into a reusable silicone bag, that is a great stair step, and we've seen lots of people very excited about that.
Great, yeah.
Other thing I would say is there's a lot of home projects, home renovation, home cleaning, really examining, oh, wow, I have to come face to face with all this stuff that I have because I'm here all the time now.
Right.
So lots of interest in cleaning supplies and cleaning up, not only ingredient wise, what is in your cleaning supplies, but also the tools that you use and what those are made of, and the packaging that things come in, being faced with, okay, I'm buying all this stuff and now I'm in this house with it, and what do I do with all of these packages?
I'm feverishly taking notes because I'm just so fascinated by this. So don't.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I'm staying focused.
I love a note taker. I'm a note taker.
I got my Post-its right here. Different colored pens. We're ready. But we recycle our pens when we're done with them. So
Wonderful.
I'm at my office at work. So behind me are some hard to recycle receptacles that we advertise to the office and say batteries, old office supplies.
Tell people exactly where to bring them or put them.
Well, it's the catch-all, which is my desk, which is totally fine, our mini recycling center here. But yeah, we have some outlets where we're able to recycle those things for our folks. So it's always important to understand the needs of everybody around you, your customers included. I love the food storage, the Cincinnati-based company. The internet markets to me, and I think I've seen some ads for them, and I'm like, I think the Ziploc bags might be my next choice, or the stasher bags are up there on the list as well. So that's a good step in the right direction for everybody needing to store food. When you
Absolutely. It was
mentioned
one of the first sustainable swaps that I actually made was Ziploc bags. Yeah, I have two little guys. So snacks, lunches, all those things. You start to think like, wow, I'm using a lot of these.
Yeah, that's good. And so they're learning that super early, that's an important piece to remove from the waste stream, and it'll be just every day for them. They won't even notice a difference.
Yeah. Yes.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
I also wanted to talk with you about the location in Cincinnati, and any particular reason, just aside from it being just right up the road from Lexington or down the road from Columbus. Is there, are we a strong coalition of Earth lovers here also?
Well, I will say, first of all, we have had just a wonderful reception in Cincinnati. People really excited. Jamie and I went to the University of Kentucky, and two of our best friends actually happened to be from Cincinnati. So we spent a ton of time in Cincinnati, I would say, like in our formative years. And so it's always kind of been a place that I was intrigued by. We had the opportunity. It is also in the nexus of all of our other stores, so a lot of travel through. But we had the opportunity to look at the space in historic West Fourth, and really something about that specific area really spoke to us. I have I would say, a little list of things that checklist of things that are important to me when I look at a space. And I really love the way that they were doing the community development there. The commitment to still provide affordable housing is something that was important to me. The way that they included their current community in the rebuilding of that area was also very important to me. It is the highest concentration of women and minority-owned businesses in Cincinnati.
Oh, great. I didn't know that. That's wonderful.
Also so there's just like an energy there, and you can feel that in their commitment to seeking out people and brands that kind of align with what they're trying to build. That was really exciting to us. So, I came the first time, totally fell in love, and just, it was a no-brainer. Also, I think just because we do have a lot of locations very close, we get a lot of requests. And I would say, as soon as we announced the number one question in our Instagram DMs, anytime we did like an ask me a question, there would be at least like 5, when is Cincinnati opening? So we had a lot of excitement and people who were ready for us to be here. And so we were ready to come.
Excellent. That's awesome. That commitment to kind of a well-balanced search for a new location is, and a lot of people forget that sustainability doesn't just pertain to buying reusable items and getting rid of single use. It's all encompassing, so that we can have sustainable life in general. So that is much appreciated. So thanks for bringing Koko here. I love that part of our city spoke to you. That's also very exciting. We are an old city, and there's a lot of personality in places like that 4th Street district, which have been a little sleepy over the last
Yeah,
maybe 10
it's
years.
got very cool history though. I mean, that's the other thing, that, there it has been so many different things over the years, and there is so much, first of all, charm in downtown Cincinnati in general. We're in a lot of different markets, and I always say downtown Cincinnati is one of my favorite downtowns, just because it feels alive. It's very urban, like you really feel like you're in a big city. I feel like the way that it looks, it's like mini New York or Brooklyn. And I love the old buildings. Our actual building, our side of it, was William Howard Taft's first apartment.
Oh,
Um,
that is
so
very exciting. Oh, that's a
yeah,
big name around Cincinnati.
yeah,
That's a big deal.
yeah. There's it's something special about old buildings. Obviously, it aligns with our need to reuse and give new life, and hopefully, we're doing it justice.
Yeah, well, I personally think so, which is why I asked you to talk with me today. And I think our planet loving family will feel the same way. And hopefully, next year we can have you out at our actual event in the real air and sun and outdoors. And we will make further connections. So I will bid you adieu again, Adria Hall, owner and chief planet lover at Koko. What's the address downtown?
Yeah, it's 318 West 4th Street. So it is kind of right. Everyone, I don't know if you're like this, but I do my directions by coffee shop. So it's right by the new, it's right by the new Deeper Roots. Next to some really great neighbors, Handsy Gumdrop Tots. It's a very cool little street, little block, lots to do around there. And if people are looking for something to do on Earth Day, we actually are giving away 2 of our favorite products with every purchase.
Oh,
So
very
a fun
exciting.
little
Earth
Earth
Day,
Day treat.
April 22nd, which is the Thursday. Is that correct? Is
Yes.
that what you have down? Yeah, it's sometimes every day is Earth Day sometimes, but I'm like, what is the actual date? So
Yes. Yeah.
you heard it here first.
Feel you.
Yeah, Shop Coco, April 22nd, giveaways galore.
Yeah.
Grab a coffee. There's a new brewery right around the corner from you as
Yes.
well.
Rebel Metal.
Yep. And the Handsy shop is like one of my favorites as well.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Adria, thank you so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you at Coco.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.